Sit comfortably, however is best for you to stay alert, usually sitting with your back straight, and also in a bit of a relaxed way, just using and noting the muscles that your body uses to keep your posture upright, to keep yourself a little bit alert for the focus of this mindful activity. We can start to just by noticing our breath. It often is something that we can use to bring ourselves into this current moment. Noticing when you start to breathe in, that whole in breath, the moment that it changes, and then notice the out breath. And if your mind is wandering to any other attention, such as physical sensations or sounds, just bring it back to the breath for the moment now. And then I'll ask you to bring your awareness to the space within your mind where you notice words, where you notice that mental talk. Any words that are generated by this mental talk or other sounds inside your head. This could be songs or words, paragraphs, or even novels. I'm just going to notice them and try to observe them as best you can without identifying with them, without engaging them, as they could just keep going and trailing you into some version of a story. Just notice them, acknowledge that they're there, and then vigilantly watch this mental talk space to see if any other thoughts come up. And notice where mental talk space might seem to be for you. Where is the sense that these words pop up? You can even generate words to help explore where mental talk space is. See if it has boundaries to the left and right, front and back, up and down. It's also okay to not know. We're just exploring and being curious as to if there's something here. Explore the sides and borders, the depth of mental talk space, and how it might be today in this moment. You might even want to conjure up a few words just to see where they pop up in that mental talk space. And this is the space that we're going to observe. And just see what else shows up here. Might feel vague or unclear. Just focus on the words, even if that mental talk space doesn't seem clear to you. And we'll just keep observing to be open to anything that shows up. Again, it could be songs or words, or there could be silence, in which case you can note rest. Here in rest. Let go of any preference as you hear into mental talk space. Just be curious. Let go of any judgment, as if they're just thoughts passing through. They are not yours. You don't need to identify with them. Gently bring your awareness back if you get caught in the thoughts. Just allowing your awareness to cover over the area of mental talk space and being open to what might arise there. Just like a leaf floating in a river, we observe a thought and allow it to be without trying to capture it, without digging into it further or getting swept away with it. If it's helpful to provide a label, you can just note thought as a thought pops up, and then again, bring your awareness to cover your mental talk space. And our goal is to observe what comes up without changing anything. Some thoughts might vanish as soon as we notice them. Others might hang around a little longer. If it seems a little bit difficult to capture the thoughts, sometimes we might feel like there are so many going on. You can just notice one of them or notice all of them. Again, just noting thought without engaging with them. One option is to repeat the words back to yourself very slowly. It's an exercise of focusing on one thought and bringing full awareness to that one thought just for a moment before letting it go. That might sound something like noticing the thought, I feel cold. Repeat that just to myself. I feel cold. Just allow it to be the words, just like frequencies or an object that we're listening to, bringing your awareness to the moment that word starts in your head, when it stops, the pauses between, and then again when the sound starts and stops for the other words. Just bringing full awareness to that thought for a moment. We don't need to notice or observe all the thoughts. We just want to observe mental talk space and whatever it is that we can observe in this moment. And if you get lost in thought, just bring it back to observing mental talk space. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and your toes, and just orient back to the room. Thanks for joining us for that one.